Hello and welcome back. It wasn't just Prince Harry's relationship with the Queen that suffered a setback when he and Meghan Markle decided to leave the royal family. Prince Philip's once close relationship with his grandson has not recovered either, according to a new biography released this week. Ingrid Seward, author of Prince Philip Revealed, says the Queen's husband has been unable to figure out why Harry, sixth to the throne, wanted to leave the royal family. Philip has now walked away from the situation after feeling his advice fell on deaf ears. While he initially loved Meghan and made a huge effort to be at the couple's wedding in Windsor despite having had hip surgery weeks before, the Duke had doubts about Harry's wife. Seward's book, Philip's first major biography in over 30 years, reveals that he now compares Meghan to Wallis Simpson, who sparked the abdication crisis when she married the then King Edward VIII in 1937. For Philip, whose whole existence was based on a dedication to doing his duty, it appeared that his grandson had abdicated his for the sake of his marriage to an American divorcee in the same way he did. Edward VIII had relinquished his crown to marry Wallis Simpson in 1936, Seward writes. Seward has written more than 12 books on the royal family and spoke with friends, aides and sources close to the Duke for Prince Philip Revealed. She writes that Philip was deeply upset by Harry and Meghan's decision to leave the cabinet and could neither understand nor understand Harry's decision to leave the royal family. He was also deeply dismayed by the way the couple treated the Queen, making the explosive announcement of their exit on January 8 before consulting Her Majesty, who resided in Sandringham. According to Seward's book, the Queen was notified 10 minutes before the ad went live on the Sussex Royal website. She was not amused. As Philip was in residence, he was also aware of the announcement and its implications. Speaking to Vanity Fair in an exclusive interview to mark the book's release this week, Seward said, "Philip just can't understand how Harry behaved the way he did. His grandson's behavior is completely foreign to him, so it's not unnaturally that the relationship has suffered. Remember, this is a man on the verge of his 100th birthday who devoted 68 years of his adult life to supporting the monarchy, and it came as a big shock. The Queen wouldn't want him to worry about his age, but Philip's absence atop Sandringham speaks volumes. The fact that he was kicked out of the big house in Sandringham even before everyone else arrived was a sign that he didn't want to be a part of it." Image may contain Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. People clothing and hat. While the Queen is head of state, Philip has always been the head of the family, overseeing the management of royal estates and family affairs. As Seward points out in her book, the Queen allowed Philip, who gave up his military career when they married, to rule the roost at home, and he has always been the primary decision-maker on family matters. But as Philip tried to guide Harry and his new wife, he felt his advice was being ignored. Philip's way is to have his say and then back out of the situation because he doesn't like to interfere, Seward said. It was up to Harry and Meghan to listen, but they didn't, and Philip has always been very protective of the Queen, so if anyone bothers her they disturb him too. His mantra is that the monarchy comes first, second and third. He was a vivid reminder to the late Diana, Princess of Wales, that being a member of the royal family was not a popularity contest but meant that everyone worked together for the sake of the institution of the monarchy. Philip welcomed Meghan in the beginning. He knows what it is like to be a foreigner, and so he's always very supportive of people who get married into the family, Seward added. He liked Meghan at first, but their actions left a bad taste, and as a result the relationship with Harry suffered. According to Seward, it's not only Harry's relationship with his grandfather that has changed since he met Meghan, but also his friendship with his oldest friends known as the Gloss Posse, based in Gloucestershire, near Highgrove, where Harry spent much of his childhood. In Prince Philip Revealed, Seward recounts how Harry, who was dating Meghan at the time, was the guest of honor on a filming weekend in 2018, but pulled out at the last minute because Meghan didn't want to not that he is killing game birds. At exactly 9 a.m., all the guns were waiting at the door to leave, but no sign of Harry, Seward writes. They weren't sure what to do, so they waited and waited until Harry finally appeared at the door in his dressing gown looking very sheepish. His embarrassed explanation was that Meghan didn't want him to come out with guns, which was extremely inconvenient as he was the guest of honor. The story was relayed to Seward by a source close to the prince. This is exactly the sort of behavior that led Harry to become more estranged from his older friends, Seward said in the interview. It wasn't the Harry they knew, he would never have let them down. Harry knows how much it costs and how long it takes to organize a shoot. It was very rude and the general feeling was of disbelief, because it was so out of character. In the book, Seward points out that Prince Philip would never have put up with such behavior. Back in the days when Princess Margaret was married to Tony Armstrong Jones, he brutally left his hand on the horn when Tony was late, which he inevitably was, she wrote. Philip had to give up firing after having a stent inserted into his heart in December 2011. The fear was that the recoil of the pistol during firing could dislodge the stent. He has been obsessed with fishing ever since and it has become his main outdoor activity after horse-drawn carriage rides. While the Duke's eyesight is failing and he is very hard of hearing, he still enjoys fishing and also writes letters and enjoys reading. According to Seward, he also enjoys watching cooking shows. He loves Mary Berry. He is addicted to these cooking programs. This year the Duke has been seen in public on a few occasions, posing for a photo with the Queen in Windsor to celebrate her 99th birthday, handing over his role as Colonel-in-Chief of Rifles to the Duchess of Cornwall in a short ceremony at Windsor and attending Princess Beatrice's wedding this summer. Added Seward, he makes a huge effort when he makes an appearance and knows he has to be at his best. It can involve several hours of slow preparation, and he will get up as early as needed to make sure he's on time. He's a proud man, he doesn't want to be seen with a stick and would never consider a Zimmer mount. He does what he can and he knows he is expected to be part of his 100th birthday celebrations next year. Thanks for watching, bye and see you again.